Okay guys, this is gonna be like a little starter to Road to Diamond episode 10, and as you can see I'm just on my op.gg account, and we're just looking at my match history here because I didn't record many of these Corky games because Corky, I don't think many of you guys really want to see him as much as GANGPLANK, so I was just taking a short break playing Corky. The one Corky game we go over that I actually recorded was this one down here, where I do really well, so that's why it's actually pretty fun to watch. It's because of just how fed I was. But if we go up to the other two games that we are going to take a look at, well, as you see, I started playing GANGPLANK again about 4 days ago, and first two games I wasn't doing too well, even though I did go positive in both. I did pretty well. But then if we go look up here, I'm starting to win more, and I think I've played 6 games in a row of GANGPLANK now, or yeah, after this thresh there's 6 more above here, and the 2 at the top are the 2 we're going to look at. So I'll just show you 4 right here. I did actually win, so I'm actually on a good winning streak, and I was in Platinum 3 earlier. During that Corky game I dropped all the way down to Platinum 3, so in this episode we'll take a look at where I finish after I play these 4 games here, and also the 2 games above, which is where we're going to go into more detail. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and hopefully you enjoy that I'm back on GANGPLANK. Okay, so on to the actual games. The first game that I'll be showing, I'll be playing Corky, and this is, as I said, I am very fed in this game. And I didn't record the first like 8 kills. I don't know, because I normally don't show Corky games, but when I was getting this fed, I'm like, this would be actually pretty fun to show. Because when you're fed as Corky, you like do whatever you want and just kill everybody. Like, if you haven't played Corky, you should actually try him. He's really fun. Once you get like 3 items, you can basically one-shot any squishy, and it's actually really fun. So yeah, these clips will mainly just be me killing people, as you can see. But one thing that I do too much is, if I'm fed, instead of like ending the game, I'll like not really go for objectives, because that way, I don't know, if you're having fun, you don't really want the game to end. But in ranked, you really shouldn't do that, and you should actually try and push and end the game, because it didn't happen in this game, luckily. But sometimes what's happened to me before, I'll mess around too much and then end up losing. And the reason I got really fed this game is because they had an AP Varus mid, and this Varus was very set on the idea that he was doing well, or he was really set on the idea that AP Varus was better than AD Varus, which was his reasoning for going it. But yeah, it's not very good. It used to be better before they nerfed it a little bit, but it's like not really good at all. Your ult does a lot of damage, but that's about it, so there's not really much of a reason to do it, especially with the lethality. When your Q building full AD would do the same amount of damage as your ult building full AP, so it just doesn't make any sense to me. So, and here this is actually funny. I dodged his ult, but then it ends up hitting my teammate, who he almost kills, but luckily nobody dies, but he does get away. So these are just like some team fights, and even though I'm extremely fed, the game's only 11 kill difference, which isn't that much. I mean, still a pretty decent amount. Actually, it's less than 11, it's only 8, so yeah, 8 kill difference isn't that much. So I didn't realize this at the time, but I actually had to play pretty well, otherwise we might have lost. Here, I actually get a nice burst kill, but I do end up dying, but it's basically like a 1v2 or 1v3, so it's pretty good. So I decide that we should actually start winning, because they actually did get a few kills, picks on us, and I start pushing, and like this last team fight, after this team fight, I do decide to push instead of just like farming the jungle or something. So I'd had enough fun this game. 26 kills, that's plenty for me. So as you can see, after that game, I was actually in Platinum 3 still, so that's really bad because I dropped out of it. But on to the next game, which I skipped a few games in between, but I'm getting camped this game like really hard, so that's what the first few clips will be. It's just me getting camped. So I'm pretty sure at the start of this game, I was Platinum 3, and actually no, I was Platinum 2 because I won my series, and my series games didn't record because it was making my FPS go down. So instead of 2 games, like I said earlier, there will only be 1 GANGPLANK game. But this game's really good. So as we can see, I am getting just killed and killed over and over again. So it's not not going very well right now, and I am 1-4. Team is 12-4, so nobody's doing very good. Here, I actually do get just like kind of KS, but Malphite actually needed it. I don't think he would have killed him. So, and a kill on GANGPLANK is always better than a kill on Malphite, so I just took that. So as you can see, even though we were losing like by a lot, and we still are actually, they make a few bad choices like here, going 1-for-1 here. Well, 1-for-1 isn't that bad, but when you're ahead by that much, you really want to go for more than 1-for-1. So luckily Leona wasn't very tanky there and we were able to kill her. But then Quinn is actually trying to get this inhibitor, so me and Malphite go back to try and defend it, but I do actually have to ult in order to defend it because we weren't going to make it in time. Next clip, they're on Baron trying to like, oh shoot, they actually got a few kills, now we actually have to like start trying. That's their mentality behind this Baron, but luckily GANGPLANK ult's really good at stopping Baron, so I am able to get them off of it. And I was going to go back because Quinn's like about to get our inhibitor, but Lee Sin goes on me. And I'm actually glad Lee Sin jumped on me because Lee Sin was pretty strong this game. If he would have jumped on Jin or somebody who does more damage than me, then it would have been a bigger problem, because I'd rather, at this point in the game, I'd rather have me die than Jin, just because he's more valuable at this point. But luckily the team ends up winning. I get that nice triple barrel there on the overextended Leona. Then this Misfortune is running away, and I put a barrel down, but since I only have one, I just auto attack it for the movement speed, exhaust her to slow her down, and pick up the kill. So it's actually going better for me. It went from like 1-6 to 3-6 or something, maybe 2-6 to 3-6. So this game's going a lot better for the team, even though they did get Baron the last clip, and they are pushing kind of, and they do have what's it called, super minions, but they do have like more objectives and such, but we're stronger. Like, we've been winning the last 2 team fights, and you can see Malphite just slapping the crap out of everybody. So Malphite was doing really good this game, and it was really helpful that we had a nice tank like that. And Malphite's a really good tank to pick up if you don't know how to play him, because he's really good. So this is like another team fight that's just kind of showing us how we're slowly like starting to be able to beat them. So at this point for them, I hate these games like when I'd be on the other team, like where you're winning and then you just slowly start losing and there's like nothing you can do about it. Here, that Lee Sin actually stopped my back, which he should have stopped Malphite's, because Malphite's stronger than me. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal because Quinn still gets the inhibitor. And there I get like a 4-man barrel, which is really good. And then don't ignore the fact that I just tried to hit the Lee Sin with my E. I guess I was actually trying to hit Echo, but it really looks like I was trying to hit the Lee Sin, who was mid GA, but whatever, it's not that big a deal. Next clip, we're just kind of mid looking for a pick, and Quinn's flying away, but luckily my ult stops her, and then I get a pretty far range barrel on her, which slows her down enough for us to catch up. And as you can see, the kills, I think after this team fight will be like even, just about even, or maybe right at even, so it's going really good for us, and luckily we are starting to win these team fights, and we're able to chase down the enemy team. But again, there's minions in our base, so I have to go back and I'm gonna clear them, and the team actually extends a little bit too far, and I'm pretty sure they get stuck in like Misfortunal. Oh wait, no, that's a different clip. That's the next clip, I think. Here I was just backing to kill the Quinn because she would not stop backdooring, but luckily with Lulu's help we're able to kill her really easily. So this is the clip where some of my teammates had died, and I went back to stop this Quinn again, but luckily my team's strong enough that it doesn't make that big of a difference. And I noticed that Quinn's missing right now, so I'm like, oh wait, she's probably going for like my team, so I make sure to signal them careful, and then I also type in the chat so that way they know to like play as if Quinn's gonna be right there, and there she is. So they just sit together, and Jin's really strong, and then Lee Sin just walks in, and then Jin just kills him, and Malphite's just sitting on the Quinn trying to pretty much protect Jin, so that's really good. Then she just comes flying by me, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just pick up that kill. And then here, this is a really cool play. So I chased Lee Sin out of our jungle after we got Baron, and then I walked to the side because I knew he had vision on me, as if I'm just gonna let him live, because like I thought he thought I was just gonna like leave, and then I actually turned back right when vision wears out on me, and then turn back and kill him. So even Lulu noticed what it is, so that was pretty funny. So yeah, somehow we did end up winning this game, which I was really happy that we won, and I didn't actually do that well early game. Well, actually, I think I did pretty well, and I've been playing really well recently, but I got camped like really hard early game, and my team didn't do. Just overall, we got outplayed early game, so it wasn't going too well. But luckily, we end up winning this game, and the other team, I would be like super salty if I was on the other team. So yeah, this is pretty much the only Gangplank game I'm going to cover in this episode, but next episode you can expect to see a lot more Gangplank, because I've been doing a lot better with them. Won my last 6 games, and at the end of this episode we're back in Platinum 2, 21 LP, but next episode you can expect to see a lot more Gangplank games. Thanks for watching.